Being human has always meant the desire to be free and the desire to feel expanded. All human beings hold this. In fact, in the Indian tradition, the word for this is mukti, freedom from, freedom to, as well as a sense of expansiveness. So, expansiveness means what? Expansiveness, uh, my little grandson every few days wants to measure his height. He wants to count the number of days he's grown. I'm 6 years old. He writes his own name, and then in a circle he puts 6 years old. Points to his name. Yeah. So for him, expanding that way is very important. So on and so forth. At the same time, uh, being human also means having to contend with the reality as it is and having to contend with oneself as one is, uh, which I can simplify to uh, five questions. One, everybody asks the question, why am I the kind of person I am? Why has my life gone the way it has gone till now? Why does the world treat me the way it does? And what shall I do with the rest of my life? And the fifth question, which is the most difficult, most challenging, what shall I do with my compulsivities? Yeah, uh, addictions, actions which I do, which I don't want to do, and yet I end up doing over and again. I keep saying never again, but I keep still doing it. So, what do I do with my compulsivities? So, the pull is towards mukti, freedom, and expansiveness, and the catches are in the nature of these dukkhas, which, being a human being, uh, makes imperative in our lives. Process work is one of the responses to both of these, the push and the pull. Uh, it's a study of human processes in order to make changes by choice. Change by choice obviously means answering some of these questions and addressing the need to feel expanded, address the need to feel more free, mukti. And this study of human phenomena is done principally in groups, uh, which is why oftentimes they are called laboratories. And these the work and the study of human phenomena can be applied to organizations, groups, individuals, societies with a view to making changes by choice. That's important. Change by choice, done in groups, study of human phenomena. Why am I saying only study of human phenomena? Because process work holds a firm view that people learn what they need to learn, not what they are taught. So telling people to change is a futile exercise. People will make changes by choice the moment they see it is something valuable to them. So process work helps those who are participating in it to identify what changes they need to make and how to go about making that change. The group supports each individual and itself as a whole. Obviously, for a group to function like this with a clear goal, requires someone to anchor it, someone to, in some sense, quote unquote, lead it. And this person or this role is given different names in different traditions. So, in the Tavistock group relations uh, paradigm, they're called consultants. In ISAB's paradigm, I think they're called facilitators. In Sumadas, we've had some confusions and some multiple views in the matter. We call it anchor person. We also call it facilitator. So this guy is the process worker. The process worker is committed to promoting these processes of discovery and learning, and it requires certain skills, special skills, to be able to do this. Why? Because it's not just diagnosis and prescription. In fact, it's self-diagnosis and a search for action which happens in the group itself. So unlike in a training exercise where you do training and the knowledge will be used later on in application, in process work the change occurs there itself, in the here and now. This skill which is called for is very different from the knowledge of psychology and sociology. Why? Because it involves action as well. It's not just knowledge. So unlike physics or chemistry, the physical sciences, material sciences, where the one who's doing the experiment is unaffected by that which he is studying, in human phenomena, the person who is studying the human phenomena is a human being himself. So the fact that he is a human being and therefore is liable to be, and in fact is affected by this human phenomena, is recognized, accepted, and used as a resource. Process work, uh, unlike most knowledge systems, uh, factors in and values the world of emotions very seriously, because it's emotions which influence the will, and the will of a person is something which is a huge resource. Yeah, without that will, no new step is possible. So there is a whole challenge of learning how to do this anchoring, and this challenge is deeper, progressively deeper understanding of the self, acceptance of the self, and acceptance of the reality as it is. And finally, it means learning the art of using the here and now. Here and now, as the name suggests, is that which is happening here and that which is happening now. In other words, the present. The past and the future are also resources, are indicators, but the working actually happens in the present, here and now. Yeah. And process work therefore works towards greater wisdom, is not for generating knowledge alone. Yeah.